Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Young Fizz, Mr. Dope Status on Instagram. We are inside of Maschine 2, and this is an older version because I'm using my older computer for this beat. But basically, I took this sample and chopped it up, and I want to show you what I did to make this beat. So let's dive right into it. So I'm using Serato sample, and we throw it on the screen here. Looks something like this here. And as you can see, there's a sample there, and I pretty much changed the key. So right now it's just 4 semitones down. If I was to take it back up, it would look something like this here, or sound something like this here. So again, I just moved this 4 semitones down. And that was pretty much the bread and butter for the beat. Now, the next thing I did was come over here to group A, and then I'll go ahead and take you through the drums. So if I solo this here, this is what it sounds like. So let's start with the kick, solo that up. Let me take some of the time out to go through some of the plugins here. So I have the sampler. Typically for the polyphony, I like to set this to either 1 or 2. It just kind of depends on what type of kick rolls I'm doing, but 1 typically works because it's only 1 sound. Then I have, of course, Byte, one of my favorite plugins. I love using this, especially the saturation feature. I have this kind of cranked up on this particular beat here. Didn't really adjust the crunch, anything like that. Let me pin this to the screen here. So we have, the next one is solid EQ. And you can see some of the settings there. So just shaving off some of the low end. And then I'm boosting at 4 dB at 81 Hertz. And it's cutting some of that high end there off the kick. And then we also have this VC 160, which looks something like this here. And this light compression, have it 3 to 1. Got the threshold set right here, and got it just 0.6, just a little bit. So if I take them all off, just sounded kind of weak to me. So plug it back in. Sounds nice and thick. All right, so let's go over to the snare. Nothing going on there. Gotta have a clap. Have a hi-hat, just slightly compressing the hi-hat. And if I hit tab on my keyboard, we can see this other screen. And then let me remove some of these plugins here so we can see the compressor. So very light. And then we have the 808. And then I'm doing quite a few things to this here, starting with the stock EQ. You can kind of see the settings, what I got going on there. And then we have a saturator. And then we have another EQ. So I have like a corrective EQ, I have a saturator, then more of like an enhancement EQ. And then I'm using the F6 RTA and just kind of carving out some more of that low end. It's just something I typically do just to make sure I'm getting all that unwanted low end that I don't want for the 808. And then finally adding a compressor, just using the stock compressor for the 808. So if I solo this, go over to here, you can see what's going on here. So just very light on the compressor, pretty much where you can just slightly hear it, but you don't really see any gain reduction happening. But trust me, it's there. Now let me switch back over to group B, where I have the sample. Now I haven't decided yet, but I have this lo-fi plugin in here, which is causing it to sound kind of like degraded, kind of old, like space sounding. So it sounds a little bit cleaner when I take it out, but if I put it in, I don't know, tell me which one sounds better. With the lo-fi or without the lo-fi. Also, I have going on here is this filter. So let me play the original sort of sample here. I'll solo this up. Again, I'm using Serato sample. And then I have this filter going on here. And you can see it's just a stock filter, just kind of running a high pass filter. Got the cutoff set, kind of, I would say medium, 482.5 hertz. So it's just enough to kind of clean out that low end, because I only just want to have like more of the upper mids and then like the vocal clarity. So got the filter in there. And I have this beat delay. I can't remember if it's really doing anything though. So just very light delay. As you can see, I have the mix pretty much cut down. It's only at 8%. Have it set to the stereo. Got the split 25% color here. Got the feedback 50%, crossover 25%. The time is 4/16. Then we have, of course, the lo-fi plugin, which I talked about earlier. Just kind of degrades the sample a little bit. And then also I have the EQ. And this is a built-in EQ. And as you can see, kind of adjusting some of the high frequency at 2610. We have 1.8 dB of a boost here, just to trying to get that vocal just to kind of cut through just a little bit more. We have the high mids boosted, so this is about 720. Got it 4.4 dB. And then for the low end, as you can see, I'm just trying to, again, take out some of that low end. And then last but not least, we have this sample, which is a ludicrous sample. And I believe I played in Serato sample, which is right here. And then I just pretty much slowed it down, I believe, a little bit. And pretty much made it to an audio track. Right? So when you put it all together, you have this here. And that is pretty much the beat. It's your boy Young Fizz, Mr. Upsides on Instagram. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We will see you on the next video. Thank you for tuning in. We are out.